Hey, Mr. Clash here, and to coin a phrase out of the Matrix movie, not like this, not like this. And then the plug is pulled out of Switch's head and she collapses. Why am I saying that? Well, NDL, war recap, look at it. Defeat, 86 all, not like this. Last war of the NDL puts Acid Rain out of the season like this. And I'm going to show you an attack that helped. So what we're going to do here in this one, I'm going to have a look at a Town Hall 11 triple, 3 Town Hall 10 triples, 2 Town Hall 9 triples. There was more than 2 that didn't use witches, but I'm only picking 2. And then we're going to have a look at a glitch that could possibly have cost Acid Rain this war. Okay, so let's get into the map first. This is what Nation of War did. Tripled these 3 11s, fresh hit. No scouts, nothing, just tripled them. Bam, done. Okay. And couldn't clear the 10s. So as you can see, 4 stars each left on the board here. They're the 4 10s couldn't clear. What did Acid Rain do in return? Couldn't clear 3 11s and cleared all the 10s except this little sucker here. And we're going to have a look at the last attack on this one. It's heartbreaking. Anyway, and is it this one? Yeah, this attack here was heading for a 3-star and lost connection. So if ever you start to think we're just not meant to win this war, that is the sort of stuff that makes those things go through your head. But let's just get into these attacks first. Town Hall 11, triple by Megatron. Okay, whoopsie. Just moving that over. And there we've got Golem coming in. Bit of a funnel starting to be created here. Got a bit of a giant going down here. Why? To stop that archer possibly taking out this wizard. Maybe the wizard gets the trash. Don't think so. Not quite. But anyway, that's been achieved. Wizard goes down. Big bomb goes off. In comes the siege machine. 21 loons, 2 lava hounds left. Okay. Eagle artillery is going to go down. Siege machine will get through, or yeah, siege machine will get through. The Expo's not doing too much there. Job done. At this point, the job will be done. CC's dealt with. Eagle's down. And we've only got 2 air defenses. These 2 air defenses, whoop, spoke too soon, didn't I? We've only got 1 air defense left. We've got 2 lava hounds coming in. So the air portion of the attack still has to come. So here we go. Balloons, balloons, balloons. Lava hound, balloons, balloons. Haste spell. Some of these balloons miss the haste spell, some don't. So it's a nice little attack. A lot of spells everywhere in this one. I don't think he runs out of spells in the end too. And you notice here, now there's nowhere else for anything to go. It all has to path over. So that's the standard sort of iteration. I guess you could see you've got that nice little sort of curvy horseshoe type shape for the balloons to come in. Bit of a heal spell going on. Queen and Grand Warden still up. So now the Grand Warden's going to follow all those balloons. Get the cleanup minions down on the right hand side and up at the top as well. And that's game over for this base. Rage spell. Load of balloons, but look how sick all these balloons are. That wizard really needed to go down. Load of really sick balloons here. Just needs a red bomb to make it. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was so close. Just another red bomb probably would have ended all those balloons. But by then, I think it's all just a little bit too late for the base. Too many balloons. Let's just speed up so we don't sit there through half a minute of very, very slow cleanup as everything tries to chase these little ground skellies. Well, we're going over here now. We did see an interesting attack earlier on one of the scouts. I think it was... no, it was a friendly challenge that we were doing in the clan, and the lava hound popped and was chasing the pups. The defensive pups were chasing miners around the base, and they, even though the miners, the lava pups would spit at the miners, and the miners would go underground, and when the miners were travelling, the little lava bombs from the pups were following the miners around, and then when they resurfaced, they'd get hit. It was just a funny thing to see. Okay, let's move on. All right, we are going to go down to attack number 7 here. Before I go on, I need to give a 6-pack shout-outs. So at Town Hall 10, we had Syndrome and Box-Shaped Box. And at Town Hall 9, we had Dave, the Dude, Sir Sherlock, some guy called Mr., Batman, Builder Squad, and Heisenberg. Okay, so let's get into this. Nice little hog attack on this one. So they're not all just Bow Witch or something. We are going to see a couple of Bow Witch attacks here, and they're different. And like I do say about all of the things that I do in any of these war recaps in the league, this is no dip league, by the way. I forgot to mention that. So that's no dipping. So the Town Hall 11s cannot dip. So if you're wondering, why didn't Town Hall 11 just dip and take out that Town Hall 10? Because this is no dip. And I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, the Bow Witch. Like I say about all of these attacks that I put up, copy the troops. Copy the troop combos, hit your own clan for friendly challenges, and just see how it goes. Just have a play around, see what you can and can't do. That's the whole point of it. So we were attacking, like I said, with the friendly challenges, doing a whole heap of minor attacks. Some bases were really prone to miners, and other bases weren't prone to miners. So just when you think that maybe a base is really good, stops Bow Witch, then it falls to miners, or it falls to balloons or something like that. But you're not going to know that unless you really do a lot of practice and on the different troop combos, and just practice them in your own clan with Town Hall 10s. They don't have to be max Town Hall 10s, as long as it's a Town Hall 10, has the required weapons and things like that. And just to get a feel for how the troops work, you can try it first, obviously, without a clan castle defending, and then throw in a defending clan castle, throw in a few different ones, which is what we were doing. So we're trying miners with a lava hound type of clan castle, because obviously the only threat to the miners in that case are going to be balloons. If you can poison a balloon, so it's a Laloon defense, if you can poison the balloon or get rid of it in some way, the miners can run around without needing to worry about a enemy clan castle. So this will be the Syndrome was one of the Town Hall 10 6-packers too, by the way. So nice little attack from Syndrome on there, number 7. So the next one we're going to have a look at is a Bow Witch. We're going to have the 2 Bow Witches I picked. One's from Box-Shaped Box, and the other one I picked because it was the fastest attack. And here it is. Interestingly, the clan is called Nation of War, and it is done on Nation of War. Okay, so I used almost this identical troop combination on my I did a 3-star as well at Town Hall 10. Almost the same troop combination, just a slight little variation. I took a couple of more bowlers instead of the 2 extra witches, so I was only out by a few extra seconds. But anyway, Mr. Carbon coming in. Jump spell down. Enemy clan castle still up. Giant bowlers pathing around the right hand side. The queen with witches and bowlers on the left hand side. With that many skeletons running around with her, she is going to be pretty indestructible over there. All the troops in the middle, right through that base. So at this point, it's just you're just waiting for the inevitable. You could see that this was a lost cause for the base, let's just say. 3 witches over here with loads of skellies. This cannon won't be able to keep up with them. The witches will be able to get that down. Queen will take out this with the skellies. So there's a load of skellies coming from the right, load of skellies coming from the left. The defences are just overwhelmed by skellies. So that was 10 skeletons that was in this attack, and I think it was 14 bowlers. We'll have a look. We'll just pause it just briefly when the 3 stars come up. We'll have a look at the troops. There we go. 7 giants, 10 witches, and 14 bowlers. and they are the spells. No free spell in this one. Okay, let's have a look at the next one from Box Shape Box onto their number 13. By our number 13. Okay, so this one is about 1 minute 37. Yep, there we go. First troop drop at 1:37 coming in. And which is down first? Bowlers. You notice no giants in this one, and both the golems were placed on the outside to tank for those things there. So as things start to path around, everything's just zotted on this outside golem. So these guys will have a free run just coming down that right hand side. And the ones on the left hand side are a little bit sick. They don't know what they're doing, but with the golem protecting a little bit, they'll be able to do a bit of double bounce damage with a bit of witches going on. So that's good thinking to get those golems down onto that side. The siege machine has just broken through now, so it's about to pop, get the freeze down, get the rage down, and the Valkyries, I think, will wipe that out before it... No, it does lock onto something, but yeah, it's all too late. Too little, too late. So keep an eye on this Expo, because the Expo is the last thing to go down. As I was watching this attack, I was watching the attack live, and I was looking at it thinking, oh, the Expo. But look at that, the Valkyries get in. The Valkyries will take the Expo down before the Queen manages to shoot through the wall. And look at that, she's just decided she doesn't want that wall. That wall can live, and that she'll shoot something else instead, which is this cannon. So she's pathed around. Loads of skellies and things over this side. Loads of skellies and witches and bowlers on that side, and base wrecked. So that was a nice little bow witch from Box Shape Box. Again, as I say, do copy the troops. You can see that there were 2 different bow witches, 3 free spells that Box took on this one. There we go, 3 free spells. So have a look at that combo. Try that out in your clan for friendly challenges. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to go down to number 25. Higher bases were hit, but I'm just picking the faster of the attacks. Okay, so from the dude did get a 6-pack, as I did mention. You'll see we've got Queen Walk, Hogs, and Valkyries, and I think there's bowlers in the clan castle as well. So this is a nice little Queen Walk, Hog, or Bovaho, or whatever you want to call it, if you want to go with the initials. So Wizards cleaned up the trash on this left-hand side. Queen's going to come in. She'll take out a few of these things. And then the King on this side. Notice the 1 healer left. Very important. The healer's for the King, just to help the King stay up that little bit longer to help create a funnel. So you can see the Queen's creating this nice little funnel here. The King's going to come over on this side, create a bit of a funnel there. And that will just mean the Valkyries and bowlers, everybody come into the core and then just wreak havoc once they've got into the core. So here comes Wizard, healer, onto the King. The King will have to rage pretty soon. His health is going down pretty quickly with an archer and 2 Tessels on him. Going to have to rage. Whoa, only just got him in time, but nice little funnel created. And now the Valkyries, here come all the Valkyries. They'll have nowhere else to go. They'll have to go straight for this archer tower with the bowlers. Queen in, everybody in. The clan castle still hasn't been lured yet, but got double poison for the clan castle. So that's something to keep in mind with this sort of attack. If you can get the Queen to walk in like you've just seen, the excellent funnel creation on both sides, the bowlers and the Valkyries had nowhere else to go. Then you've got rage heal, and game over for the base essentially, because there's just too much firepower coming in. Look, the Expo is still up, but it obviously will go down because you've got a whole bunch of hogs coming up in the back end to help. So it wasn't just all about bowlers and bowlers in the clan castle and a bunch of Valkyries. There's a whole bunch of hogs to help out as the back end. So there we go. Expo gets distracted from the hogs and game over for the base. Valkyrie's still up, Wizard's still up, and we've still got bowlers running around as well. I think there's 3 bowlers there. So it's a good lot of bowlers that are still up, and 4 Valkyries. Still have 4 Valkyries. So I think he came in with 8 Valkyries, did he? We'll have a look when the base is finished here in a second. We'll see how many Valkyries he has. 5 Valkyries left we've got. So yeah, only lost 4 Valkyries. and a few hogs and only a few bowlers. So it was a very devastating attack. It didn't lose that many troops at all. Okay, let's move on to the last Town Hall 9 attack. And then after this, we'll just have a look at the percentages. And that is on base number 30 by Sir Sherlock. And again, we've got another hog attack. Queen Walk hog attack this time with no healer for the king. So just remember that previous troop combo was the 5 healers, and one of the healers was for the king to help the king last that little bit extra longer to create the funnel. And sometimes what can happen like that is the healers can last. The healers sometimes will lock onto the Valkyrie or bowlers as well. So there's a lot of DPS coming here from these archers and things like that, but the Queen's only going to encounter them one at a time. I think I saw this attack live as well. I think he uses one more heal for the Queen, and I was thinking at the time, you've only got 2 more spells left, 2 heals for the hog. I've been using a rage for the Queen. You've only got 2 heals for the hogs, and there's a lot of base left, and of course hadn't looted the clan castle at that time. So these were the thoughts that were running through my head, and only 22 hogs, and just dear oh dear, if the spring traps are going to be really cruel to you, then you're going to be losing over half your hogs with bad springs. That's if the spring traps are going to be cruel. But just seeing what the Queen can do, got a baby dragon up there, just distracting a little bit, but also taking care of some trash. Just waiting for the hogs to come in now. And here they come, nice little 3-finger drop. And everybody path over. Everybody run. Queen's gone down. Healers are going to come over and try and keep the hogs up a little bit. Skellies. Oh, skeletons. It does have a nice little poison for the skeletons. So there was a Town Hall 10 attack. It was actually quite funny that the base got attacked, and just the position of the skeletons with the hog attack. Just when you thought everything was cool, and another skeleton trap popped out, and there's another bunch of skeletons chasing the hogs around. But the poison spell had already been dropped the first time, so yeah, that was just funny to see. But that was a Town Hall 10, so loads of hogs left, and Tesla's going to go down. Minions for cleanup. Minions for cleanup they've got a little bit more damage per second than say 2 archers, and of course the benefit is they can shoot or fly over a wall if any of the bombs don't take them out. So lovely little 6-pack. Now I did promise you the glitch, so I'm just going to come back and I'll just go find it. We'll go straight into it. Okay, here's the glitch. We won't watch the full attack, we're just going to watch up until when the glitch happens. So we've got some giants coming down and onto this base. Yeah, they're going to distract the Inferno Tower, which is often, it can be really good to get your siege machine in, because the Inferno will just lock onto a giant. So here comes the machine. All we're going to do at the moment is just look at the siege machine coming in. That's all we're going to do. So here he goes, and that's it. The siege machine is stuck. Where's the Town Hall? Town Hall's over there, so if we draw a straight line, the siege machine could probably go down a little bit, but that's it. So we will never ever know what could have happened to the base. The siege machine is just stuck, hoping against hope. Can it go through? Can it go through? Will it release? No, bugger it. Okay, I'll just have to drop the troops, and that was it. Unfortunately, major glitch, and of course I did mention the disconnect. So let's have a look at the statistics. 58 used, 57, 58 won, no attacks lost. Look, there was a lot of scouting going on, obviously, from the Town Hall 9s being able to scout up for 2 stars. So everything was pretty even across the board. These things don't really matter too much. Average duration, and yeah, so that is it. Nation of War defeats Acid Rain, puts Acid Rain out of the NDL for the season, for season 3. And yeah, it was a little bit of a disheartening one in the end when you get put out because the powers that be, let's just say glitches and disconnects and things like that, just stop attacks from even having the chance of getting 3 stars. But well done, Nation of War. Moving on. And Acid Rain, thank you for the season of NDL. It was very good. I think we did improve greatly over the season as everyone got more and more attacks in at the new Town Hall 10 levels and whatnot. Town Hall 9s, we all had that pretty well down pat, but all the Town Hall 10s and the 11s improved dramatically over the season, I thought. So that is it for the welterweight division No Dip League war recaps from Acid Rain until season 4 begins, whenever that might be. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get another season in before the year ends or not. We'll find out. That will obviously be voted on the way NDL works. And I think I'm going to get one of my accounts into CWL as well, so I'll be able to get some CWL action. So that is it from Acid Rain for the end of Season 3. Thank you for following the recaps. Thank you, Acid Rain, and all the members of Acid Rain for a wonderful season. It was fantastic. It was a fantastic season, I thought, and very enjoyable warring with everybody. So that's it from me, Mr. for Acid Rain's run. And to find more recaps, more single videos on various attack strategies and so on and so forth, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.